Hi, this is Karen on day 13 after my Lapiplasty surgery. I am so terribly excited to say that I'm limping now. I was determined to get walking and it looks like I am without any help, and this was a new development this morning. And it really had to do with putting inserts for my high arches into my walking boot. My plantar fasciitis had come back with a vengeance, and it was causing a lot of pain trying to walk. But I have all but alleviated the pain entirely by putting some really heavy-duty arch support into my walking boot. So it's something to consider if you're having pain and you don't know where it's coming from, and maybe have a history of plantar fasciitis, or maybe don't have a history of plantar fasciitis. Feel that tendon underneath and see if it's really sore, because I found that rolling out my foot and then putting some real heavy duty inserts that could push against that tendon while I walked allowed me to step down on the foot without pain. And as a matter of fact, it stretched the foot and made it feel so much better. I'm feeling so much better today all the way around, and I slept very well last night. I kept the arch support in my boot, and I kept my boot at least strapped around the leg on. I didn't strap it across the foot, but that way if I pushed on my foot, that arch would not be allowed to tighten up. And I maybe didn't mention that I also wear a night splint on the other foot for plantar fasciitis. I have for years on both feet. And so that's helped a lot. Sorry about that. I was interrupted by a phone call, and I was talking about my arch supports. And another thing that I'm doing is exercising my feet and ankle, and I'm trying to get my calf back. It hasn't been immobile that long, but it sure made a difference in the strength of the calf. So I'm doing some little exercises to get it started, and I'll be amping those up as tolerable. So yes, I just hope that this information can help you on your journey. I certainly do not regret this surgery. I'm very glad that I did not do the last surgery where they wanted to. I was scheduled for surgery, by the way, if I had not mentioned that. I was scheduled for the traditional bunionectomy, and the surgeon was going to put a hard plaster of Paris cast on me and then cut it off in 4 weeks and put another one on. If that would have happened, not only would my calf have been non-existent by the end of 4 weeks, but my plantar fasciitis probably would have been a year of trying to recover. I don't know. I know that it took me at least a year to recover from it when I let it get bad the last time, but that was mostly my stupidity, because I didn't know what plantar fasciitis was. So I continued to run, even though both of my feet just were excruciating and swollen, until I figured out that I no longer could run with that pain. And I sought help from a podiatrist, who proceeded to tell me that my feet were in very bad shape and my heel had tears in it, and I had knots in the tendons on the bottom of my feet. And this resulted in cortisone injections in my heels and cortisone injections in my tendons, just to get the swelling down enough to where, you know, I could begin to heal. And that helped me to begin to heal, but the healing really was in keeping that tendon stretched keeping my calves stretched and wearing arch supports. So I do have a huge box of all kinds of arch supports. Every day I got up and I would see what shoes I could wear with the swollen, sore feet that I had, and I would try many combinations of arch supports until I got the pair that was comfortable enough for me to stand up at least and walk like I was 90 years old. So I really don't want to go through that again, and I'm glad I did not wear a hard plaster of Paris cast for 4 weeks and then have to go through the massive recovery after. Well, actually, they were going to put another one on, so it would have been 8 weeks in total. And I can't imagine what the recovery would have been like. I'm on the road to recovery right now at 13 days instead of still immobile. And that's that's a blessing. All right. Everybody, Happy New Year. It is New Year's Day today. No, it's not New Year's Day. Sorry. It's January 2nd today. So, everyone, Happy New Year. So, I discovered that the tendon on the bottom of my foot is very knotted up, and I think that could be part of the source of the deep pain I'm feeling in my foot, which has nothing to do with the surgery and everything to do with keeping it in the boot for 11 days and not being able to stretch. So I'm rolling it on this foot roller to try to roll out this hard knot that's right on that tendon on the bottom of my foot. Now, I do have a history of plantar fasciitis, and I do have a history of having to get cortisone shots in my heel and in that tendon. So cooping it up in a boot was probably not ideal to keep that tendon flexible. I do stretch it daily typically, and I haven't been able to do that for 11 days. So I'm going to try to stretch it out today.